Start with the amazing story of Greg Black's survival at sea. For 21 hours, he clung to his capsized boat off Mandurah this week with no food or water, and he had to watch his pet dog drown. Greg was rescued 16 kilometres from the coast after diving under the boat to find an emergency rescue beacon. Rick Arden has this exclusive report.
A happy reunion for Greg Black today with the water police who hauled him aboard after his remarkable survival in rough seas.
Stomach's all covered in bruises. All my legs were all bruised. We're all bruised right down.
Yeah, down your foot. I can see your feet too. You've got bruises on your feet.
After capsizing while pulling craypots in his 15-foot boat with his Rottweiler Gus, Greg didn't know for nearly a day that this digital EPIRB he set off was still in test mode, and no one knew where he was. He remembered an old backup under the boat, but diving back down to get it while exhausted in rough seas was tough.
Because the boat was up on its upside down basically, and the water was just pushing the boat along. So every time you tried to get in there, it was just trying to suck you into the front of the boat.
For 20 hours, Greg's pet Rottweiler Gus had been clinging to him. Tragically, he died only 10 minutes before Greg was rescued. Greg says that was the hardest part.
That dog was just unbelievable how he was holding on, how he was holding on to me. He had one leg wrapped around my leg and he's trying to dig himself into the top of the boat and pretty much sort of let him drift for a little bit and just swim around so that I could tie the flare off and also the other one tie that off as well. And then by the time I'd done that, I've turned around and swam over to get him. He was probably about 30 feet away and brought him back to the boat. By the time I got him back, he was gone. So.
Senior Constable Ian Davison says they found Greg because he was prepared.
It was just amazing, really, just to see there's this huge ocean and there was Greg sitting on the top of his boat. It really was quite a revelation.
Greg's wife, Tracy, didn't want to show her face today, but told of how she felt.
Shock, horror. We were all a bit scared and yeah, definitely scared and really sad that he had to spend so much time out there alone in the water.
The modest survivor can't thank rescuers enough for saving him.
Without those people, I wouldn't have been able to make it.
Rick Arden, 7 News.